and sleeping on them bed. Put your coffin put up. Grandma badness, you are deal with the baby blood run. Put your coffin put up. Grandma badness, you are deal with the baby blood. I will get.
Now them style dedicate to a girl named Alicia from Nation Road between Bedford and Flatbush. Now my friend that's man put two and two together but to never get bored. We get hungry belly. Sing Alicia, Alicia, Lord of mercy. Oh yeah. Oh yes, I know it's true. About a black slave Alicia. And she beat by the scope and stand under that. Yes, I know it's true. About a black slave Alicia. And she beat by the scope and stand under that. The gala, hungry belly, the gala, hungry belly, hungry belly, the gala, hungry belly, with a French fry while a number body. Every day she wake up, she can't down the Wendy. I know this girl around a black she named Alicia, and she beat by the stone French fry number body. Yes, I know this girl around. That's me, Alicia, and she beat by the stone bench every day she see me, what a bag of money she want, 5, 10, 15, and 20. She want all the money, yes, we find her. She want all the money, we spend outside. Yes, I know this girl around a black she named Alicia, and she beat by the stone bench and yes, I know this girl around a black she named Alicia, and she beat by the stone bench and me love me Zadisha, me love me Adi. Me love me Zadisha, me love me Adi. Every morning we wake up and me smoke me sensi. Shake charge bank for your bag of money. Yes, I know. So around a black she named Alicia, and she beat by the stone bench by number. Yes, I know. So around a black she named Alicia, and she beat by the stone bench by number. She really knows, yes, she really knows them. She really knows, yes, she really knows. She read my nose that was on the front door. She wants everything come sleep on the floor. But goodbye, bye, 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 Alicia. Bye, 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 Alicia. Bye, 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 Alicia. Bye, 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 Alicia. Yes, I know. So I don't. That's me, Alicia. And to keep on the stone bench by number. Yes, I know. So I don't. That's me, Alicia. And to keep on the stone bench by number. Next track. You live the life you love. You love the life you live. Everything you have in mind, I will give. Ooh, greetings I bring from Jah to all ragamuffin. Ooh, greetings I bring from Jah to all ragamuffin. For all the diamonds and the money and pearls. I hope you reggae music keep living on the world. No matter what the price, so the music is nice. Oh, your liquor system, not nothing tonight. Whoa, whoa, breathe me in. I bring from Jack to all the ragamuffin. Ooh, greetings I bring from Jack to all the ragamuffin. Ooh, I hope you take the mind and the soul in control. And most of all, it should never grow old. It's the only music that rocks them soul. And most of all, will make a good time roll. Greetings I bring.
Psalm 37. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord, and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger, and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off. But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet for a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. But the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful, and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil, and do good, and dwell for evermore. For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved for ever. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell therein for ever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord, and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him.
To the ancient of days, from every nation, all of creation, bow before the ancient of days. Every tongue in heaven and earth shall declare your glory. Every knee shall bow at your throne. In worship you will be exalted, O God. Your kingdom shall not pass away. Oh, ancient of days. Oh, blessing and honor, glory and power be unto the ancient of days. From every nation, all of creation, Lord, bow before the ancient of days. Every tongue in heaven and earth shall declare your glory. Every knee shall bow at your throne. My Lord. In worship you will be exalted, O God, and your kingdom shall not pass away. Oh, ancient of days. Oh, ancient of days.
Thanks fully to the Lord Jesus Christ. As we praise his name this morning, welcome one and all. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water.
Lord, we just continue to
leaves shall not wither, and whatever we do we shall prosper.
We worship you not only with our mouths, and with our hands clapping and feet dancing. But Lord, we even worship you on our instrument.
We'll worship you.
Oh yeah.
I am no king. I'm no hero. I'm just a simple man. Simply half a man am I. Blessed by the Lord Jesus Christ, and is powered by his blood and his mercies that is granted unto me every day. Jesus Christ, we thank you this morning. We just want to thank you this morning, Lord Jesus, for all your blessings. Thanks for all that you have done for us and all that you continue to do. Cover us under your blood, Almighty God. Morning, Mrs. Anderson of the Bell Clan. Portland, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, yeah. Rankinole, sing unto the ancients of days. Send out the link, call somebody. Tell them come join me this morning. All kind of political maneuvers and overtures are taking place. I want to warn you this morning, don't ramp with Jesus Christ, picnic here. Don't ramp with the work of Jesus Christ. I just want to warn you this morning.
Sing unto the ancients of days. Mercy and honor, glory and power, be unto the ancient of days. From every nation, all of creation,
Bow before the ancient of days.
Every tongue in heaven and earth shall declare your glory. Every knee shall bow at your throne. In worship you will be exalted, O God, and your kingdom shall not pass away. Oh, ancient of days.
What is it to have knowledge and not being able to apply it? What is that called?
Glory and power be unto the ancient of days.
You have the knowledge, you're academically bright, but to apply that knowledge to the lives of people and to running your country or to running a business, you can't apply it. What does that mean? This morning, we're forward in a space and we want to look at a number of things that has been happening. A number of things, you know. A number of statements that has been made and they are still making some statements.
Yeah, Shaka Fear, big up yourself, can't tame. You don't know here to hear the same thing. And Lenny I said so. You don't know real backlocks, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine. Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, Shaka Fear my real backlocks. Hypocrites relax. Dress back, Shaka Fear my real backlocks. No.
Step back. Relax. You see, I'm telling you something. I have some dub plate. Some special. My special I'm gonna request are for me. Gilly, big up yourself. Shaka Fame, the real battle axe. Battling for our people because, you see, truth is truth and not everybody have vision. And that's why the Bible tell you that where there is no vision, you know, the people perish, because the Bible know that there are going to be places where there is no vision. There are going to be places where the people with the vision are given the biggest fight and challenge to put some of the thing in action so that people can live and live comfortable. But when the fight come, it comes from some people who are telling us them good. Yeah. It comes from some people who you never expect.
Yeah, Shaka Fame, big up yourself. Can't hear me, don't know here to hear the same thing. And Lenny I said so.
Morning to my brethren, Larry Roberts. Big up yourself. Anybody know Larry? They tell Larry say Shaka Fame, I big him up.
Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us,
tell us something, Larry. Not cast in stone. Everything can be sorted out.
on crime.
There can be compromise, yeah?
For the divine. Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, Shaka Fame a real backla.
Let's show the direction.
Relax. Dress back, Shaka Fame a real backla. Know that the war is on. Shaka Fame is in command. So warriors arise. Now is the appointed time. Go forth, oh winners of souls. Enough steps of victory, I'm sure. So hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka Fame a real backlax. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, I'm on a real backlax. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka Fame a real backlax. Relax, trace back, real backlash. I just won't sell my soul. I'm not ready for your gold. I refuse to take your bribes to make your flawless life. Overnight your business spoil. And I want you to know I just won't cease.
Listen to the lyrics in the song.
So hypocrite.
His name is Lenny Hyde out of Port Antonio.
The real backla.
That youth here have potential. Every time I look on a youth here, listen to him sing and his performance, me see my Europe a perform. Lenny Hyde, a Europe, them tune here call for a real reggae music, this revolutionary music. That's why I call him and I say Lenny Hyde, I want that tune there as a special. And I've been playing it 85% of the Saturday mornings when I am on in any space. Hypocrites relax, dress back. Shaka Fame are the real battle axe. But now I go sell my soul. I'm not ready for your goal. That the man say no. Warriors arise. Now is the appointed time. Go forth. Winners of souls. And of this victory, I am sure. Hypocrites relax, dress back. Shaka Fame are the real battle axe. So, this week in the news, wow, sad. Very, very sad. I call it a triple murder in my hometown, in the capital city of Port Antonio. A triple murder. Unwanted. Sad. And we're not going to sit here like other people in other spaces and speculate what happened. We don't know. What we do know is that a young lady, 9 months pregnant or full term, if someone to call it that, was murdered brutally. Brutally. Guns are running our town. And we thought, or a lot of people thought, never believe, but the majority of the people who decided to choose leadership believe that there would be some action put in place to work towards that, even if you didn't get full that. And we see guns running around on our streets. Lots of guns in our streets. And people are being murdered by the gun left, right, and center. Portland happens to be the parish with the least amount of murders by the gun in Jamaica. And when you have, some said double, I call it a triple. Very sad. Not going to sit here and blame the police. Not going to sit here and blame the police. Police never made any promise like that. They promised to serve. But I want to suggest to the police in Portland that you take charge of the road, take charge of the streets. I don't want to just stop taxi man, but more want to stop vehicle and search them. Search for guns. I am calling on us. And I've been saying this, but I'm going to say it a different way this morning. I am calling on the leaders of this country to launch a search for guns. You did the amnesty because a whole lot of things I've been telling you, you know. I've been talking about the 15-year mandatory sentence for illegal firearm. I've been talking about the amnesty. And now the next thing now, you must go after the guns. Go look for them. So I want to say to my police here in Portland, that attack that you have on taxi operators who are trying to earn a honest bread and sometimes slip up a little bit. Make we move that focus for the next year, 2 years on searching for the guns in this country. So when you stop a car, it must be a search for guns. When you stop a bike man, we're searching for illegal firearm. I believe that if you do that, we will get the crime rate down, the murder rate down. We'll get it down. Long time I tell you now. I believe that the legislatures should go to the parliament and put in stop and frisk clause. Put it in for a period of time. Get the guns. Even, all right, if you don't agree, just run a little test on it. Put it in for a year. And if after 6 months you don't start seeing no difference. But the work has to be done, you know. Because one of the problems when we have with this government, them announce a whole heap of things, but the work is not done. Them just announce, and nothing happens. I am saying, go get the guns them. So me I call for my Portland police them. If we have a talk for Portlanders, if we are the voice of Portland, we are say it. Get busy on the streets. Do the roadblocks. Search vehicle them. Search. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Shaka Fame, big up yourself.
Let Port Antonio be a town that you're afraid to come in it with any guns.
No, a real backlocks, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became my foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine.
I don't know who are going to vex with me.
But
this is the program where we talk solutions, you know.
Relax.
We criticize.
Shaka Fame.
But when we criticize, we talk solutions.
Relax.
You might not agree with it.
Shaka Fame a real backer.
But this one, may I tell you, put this to the test.
Know that the war is on. Shaka Fame is in command. So warriors are right.
So, also in Portland, one of Jamaica's #1 guitar player. Well, I should say one of Jamaica's top guitar player. There's a top 10 this Virginia United. Brutus, Mr. Forbes, Lenford. In fact, the 2 songs that we recorded with my daughter. Hold on, I forgot to play one of them songs there. 2 songs that we recorded with Nisa. Brutus is the man who played the guitar. on these songs. Brutus played the guitar. Brutus passed on which morning? At the same Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, Brutus passed on. Great musician. Brethren. Yeah, my brethren. Yeah. Oh boy. If you can listen to guitar in this song, well, I'm not playing the song, I'm playing the TV track. Hear the guitar. Brutus. Played for Burning Spear, Rita Marley, Garnet Silk. Played as the guitarist of the Japasa band. Japasa was the #1 backing band in Jamaica. Won a number of awards. Tour all about over the world. Businessman in Port Antonio. What is life? What is man? Yeah. So Brutus passed on. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what. But it was sickness. Some kind of illness. May his soul rest in peace and light perpetual shine upon him. Sending condolences to the Norwich family, the music family, the liquor drinking family, Bar Owners Association. All I'm bridging them. My son called me and gave me the news. I mean, I think my son ever hear me cuss bad like that. Yeah. And then I call Linval. And Linval answered the phone by saying, yes, Shaka, yes, Shaka. Yes. Sad. So, sad morning. Sad week. We have lost our great lives in Portland this week, but big up on yourself. But the gun shooting. I want to send condolences to the mother and the grandmother. Grandmother, I'm a very good friend. And the mother and auntie of the youth. Now, Miss Pauline and my mother work together at the hospital for a while. And there are other close connections with the youth to I and I personally. Sad. Sad. We can't sort out the differences them without having to kill somebody. Everybody soon dead, What go on in the world? Everybody soon dead. Brutus are the fit man I move round. Never the man will lie down in a bed. Maybe something man him have little medical issues as we all do. But I don't know, sick man. Yeah? So we don't have to shoot nobody. Just left a man to time, he's soon dead anyway. Eh? We don't have to murder nobody, man. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, Shaka Fame, big up yourself. Can't hear me, don't know. Year to year are the same thing. And Lenny I said so. You don't know real backlocks, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But
Portland Spice TV, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Fighting a spiritual war.
Fellowship Division at Facebook.
Hypocrite relax. Dress back, Shaka Fame a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, Shaka Fame a real backlocks. Know that the war is on. Shaka Fame is in command. So warriors arise. Now is the appointed time. Go forth, oh winners of souls. Enough steps of victory, I'm sure. So hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka Fame a real backlocks. Relax, trace back, I'm on a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax, trace back, Shaka Fame a relax. Relax, trace back, real backlocks. I just won't sell my soul. I'm not ready for your gold. I refuse to take your bribes to make your flawless life. Overnight your business spoil. And I want you to know I just won't cease. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka are the real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka Fame a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, real backlocks.
You see, I tell you every day that the things that we accept in Jamaica and just talk about in a country like America that we try to emulate. They take these things to court.
Born soldier.
You understand? And you carry on the fight. You carry on the fight. You don't leave. And that them can't take with me because we carry on the fight. Never give up.
Me I tell you about rainy days, stormy nights.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Patrick Lee got news this morning. Patrick Lee is a legend in Port Antonio. So we lost two legends, Brutus and Patrick Lee. Patrick Lee, Godfather, father. Yeah, man. Patrick Lee, a real Portland. Everybody. Patrick Lee, you can relate to him in anything. Patrick Lee, a brethren, who's a friend. Brethren them, yeah. Brutus and Patrick Lee. Brethren for true. Two of my good brethren them there. Yeah, my big man friend them. I tell you. Bring me back to play this. Play this. Never play this. You bring me right back to it.
Yo.
Right.
More time you take for granted the time when you spend with your friends.
Thank you.
Now them gone. Use the split some early in the
Marlene, man a manure.
you make me love. When me tell you some can't, you tell me some smart. Separate my heart, this be your boss. When the preacher pray over your body that day, some men know me lose a friend. It hurt me to my heart, life won't be the same. Some me know me lose a friend. Some me know me lose a friend, lose a friend. Some me know me lose a friend. Yeah. Some me know me lose a friend, lose a friend. Some me know me lose a friend. I got to shout it out to my icon. Although your person gone, you are my done. In all my times of tribulation, you are my
condolences to all the people who will lose.
I got tell it, my heart's it broke.
Brutus, Patrick,
My friend like a
Spink Runner, Campbell. I remember the youth name right.
row across this boat, no silver lining on my life. But
Condolences going out to all the families and friends here.
when the bridge of rain, some know me lose a friend.
Eat and teach a man is nothing but dust.
Won't be the same. Some know me lose a friend. Some know me lose a friend, lose a friend. Some know me lose a.
Patrick Lee was councillor.
Some know me lose.
Patrick Lee ran as member of parliament.
Some know me lose.
Ran for member of parliament.
Wish I could have seen you one more time, yeah. So we could have met one more line, but my vex and upset when people try.
Oh, Kino.
You just your time. No,
Saturday, Pink.
them left 1,000 heart for bear the pain. Them kill you and swear, so them gain. You will touch me every time you hear the daughter calling me. In a sign and you again, so we have to meet again. And you risk it again. And things we used to do, proper things again, we do it again. All your face, me see it again. Memories repeat again. Me know your man is gone, but your soul will never end. On the bridge of prayer, everybody got there. Some know the lose a friend. It's hurt me so hard, I won't be the same. Some know the lose a friend. Some know me lose a friend, lose a friend. Some know me lose a friend, yeah. Some know me lose a friend, lose a friend. Some know me lose a friend, yeah. Some know me lose a friend, lose a friend. Some know me lose a friend, yeah. Some know me lose a friend, lose a friend. Some know me lose a friend.
What time broke up?
You know who that man there? I'm a brethren on the line. Attorney at law, Bert Samuels. Morning, Mr. Samuels.
All right, morning.
How you do?
I'm great, my brother. How is it in Portland?
Well, it's a little bit sad because, you know, we had a double/triple murder Tuesday night.
Yeah, some pregnant woman story. I'm so sorry. And you always having such a good record as the most peaceful parish.
You understand? And she was
Must be
full
very
term,
upset.
my brother. So that's why we call it triple murder.
Boy.
And then
Really?
we lost a legend in the music. Brutus used to play for Burning Spear, played for Rita Marley, Garnet Silk, all of them people. And then Patrick Lee, who is a legend in the town. Patrick Lee was like father to maybe a good 70% of East Portland people.
Okay.
Former councillor, he run for member of parliament against the late Linville Bloomfield back in the day.
Yeah.
But I saw an article this morning where another legend, Frank Phipps, and yourself talking about the Prime Minister refusing the salary increase and that there could be legal implications.
No, I don't want. No, you mustn't say refusing. Having agreed with it.
Yes. Then giving it back.
Yeah, having agreed with it and legislated it, then so when you say refuse, it sounds like someone offered. No, a prime minister is not offered anything.
Well, yes.
A prime minister make the rule.
Yeah.
So it's not a refusal. It was part and parcel of the decision.
So what are the legal implications to that?
All right. So I have listened to people from the sector is the date of the month that said that he would not accept it. That his pay would have been processed already. Are you hearing me?
Yes, man. Loud
All
and
right.
clear.
So that's the first thing. It's difficult to turn back a pay bill that has already been made. So I'm not sure whether that it went through, but I'm hearing that it was too late to stop it.
Right.
The month.
Yeah.
So it will be, and therefore, no, and you can't go back to a government agency and say,
Take back that money.
go back.
So,
Yeah,
right. So you can't tell him to take it back.
you can't say no. So that would be the first thing.
So help me out with
there's
something here. Hold on, help me out with something here, because I heard the Minister of Information when the opposition first offered to not take it.
No.
Hold on, the minister,
Yes, go ahead.
the Minister of Information was saying that it cannot be done that way. Basically, what you are saying, you can't give it back, you cannot take it. So what was?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah, that is it. Because listen to me, those were instructions given to the Minister of Finance by whatever reform committee. They can't change it. They don't have the authority to reduce it or increase it by what has been said. It's not as simple as that. It's not a patty shop. It's not a patty shop. It's government, it's state, and there are rules governing how you do things. You cannot take it back.
So,
So
tell me something. Tell me something. Senior attorney in Jamaica. Are you saying then that there are constitutional issues here? Possibly constitutional issues?
Yeah, because here it goes. You can't pass a law, as it were, and then on your own change it. You get me? You can't pass a law and single-handedly change it. That's one. And there's also a practical side to it. The protest about the pay increase was a protest about how much it would take from the budget, right?
Talk to me.
So if one of how many members in the parliament? 63?
Yes.
If one of 63 refuse the amount, then you're taking, although that is a bigger slice than everyone else, you're really taking out possibly 1/50th of the impact on the budget. So It's symbolic. It is not of any consequence.
Not
you remember the Jamaica Exporters Association, Mr. Siaga, came out and said, "Oh, please, it's not. What is this? What is this? It's meaningless." Yeah. His word was meaningless.
But tell me now, what can anybody do? Because it sounds like what you and Frank Phipps is saying is that you can do something about it.
All right. Well, listen now. Jamaican citizens and their listeners should know that the rules of court allows any Jamaican citizen who has an interest in a matter to take it to court. So you don't have to be directly affected by something.
Right.
Because you're a Jamaican citizen, because you're a taxpayer, you can go to the court and say, I am an interested party. This matter, I have an interest in this matter, and you can take an action.
Yeah.
So let me just say it again. You don't have to be a party to the proceedings. You just need to show that you have an interest. And every Jamaican citizen has an interest in any matter to do with the budget. Because we
finance it.
The Prime Minister is our servant, he's the first among servants.
But hold on now, Council. The decision that the Prime Minister has made will affect Bruce Golding, Most Honorable Bruce Golding, Most Honorable Portia Simpson Miller.
No, it can't. No, it cannot. It cannot. Let me clear that up.
Talk to me.
So if you are giving up a benefit, if you are in a class,
but hold on, hold on. I just want to put this in that you just go one time on it. The Minister of Finance said it will affect them.
It says it will affect. Well, let me give my legal opinion.
Go ahead now.
You cannot come from a class of people who have a benefit and you refuse your benefit and it affects the other class of persons. Now, that is another constitutional action. Because if I'm a member of parliament and you don't want to get the benefit and I am to get it, how can what you do affect what I am to get?
Talk to me now.
Come on, that's common sense. You don't have to be a lawyer to know that.
But so what is happening? Because the finance minister was in the meeting and he said the decision for the Most Honorable Andrew Willis not to accept the increase or to give back the increase will affect former prime ministers, and when him say future, that it kind of I kind of juggle my mind too. But let's look at the former ones who are still here.
But look at the structure of government. No prime minister, unless he's the king in the old days, can change a law. You understand? Can change a regulation. The prime minister of Jamaica is not a king in the feudal days. So he on his own ought not to, let me put ought not to, because sometimes things happen without legal authority, not able to affect the other retired prime ministers or former prime ministers. How could that be? You couldn't have a system of government where one person's refusal is going to affect the others. In other words, when he gave it back, and you see the danger of giving back, it has ripple effect. It means, therefore, that their pension will be, calculated because they move with the current prime minister.
Yes, right, yes.
So that when he refuses it, if I were he, I would take the extra money and give it to Maxine Park Children's Home every month.
Give like Mark Golden said,
if I were advising him, I would say, listen, you can't refuse it. Take it and give it to Maxfield Park Children's Home or give it to Teacher of the Year.
But he's the bro God. Oh dear, you the same. He's the bro God. He can't do anything.
But to say you're refusing, no, I think there was bad advice given to the Prime Minister. It may have been in a state of panic because of the public outcry. But every time you react to public outcry, you end up doing that.
So will there be court actions? Have papers been filed?
Pardon?
Have papers been filed, or will there be court actions against this?
Well, it depends on an interested citizen can do it. But there's another issue I want to talk about.
Talk to me.
I'm going to question you now. Are there two houses of parliament?
Yes, of course.
And are there senators and members of parliament integrally involved in the passage of law and the examination of law?
Yes. Yes.
Does the Senate, a member of the House, and from the Senate,
yes,
do you think that if the lower house gets an increase, that they should also get an increase?
Of course, but the Senate don't get paid, them get stipends, so them stipend would still go up.
That's right. So it's like you have lower school and upper school, right? Or the lower school teachers get an increase and the upper school
don't
teachers
get none. So you're sure they don't get none? Any investigation was done?
I don't know. I have not heard of that there is any increase. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't heard anything about the senators.
You remember they go strictly get a salary, you know that, right?
Right, they get a stipend.
That's right. But I think that there's a constitutional provision that says that people should be treated equally before the law.
Yes.
So if I were a senator, I would say, listen, I am the second chamber. I'm reviewing the legislation that house sent up to us.
I send to us sometimes.
and there's another thought that it should be an elected house. So, it's a lot of discussion.
but let me ask you something, Council, because I heard something the other day. In the salary review, there was salary reviewed for the Deputy Prime Minister.
Yeah.
I am hearing an argument that is saying that the Deputy Prime Minister is not in the Constitution, nowhere. So therefore, a salary shouldn't be booked out for a Deputy Prime Minister. The question was also asked.
That sounds very interesting.
The question was also asked, how do we choose a Deputy Prime Minister? Talk to me about that.
That's the Prime Minister who chooses his deputy. We know that.
Yeah.
And I'm almost sure that there is no reference to Deputy Prime Minister in the Constitution. But I look at it two ways, right?
Talk to me.
In any workplace, if a person goes on leave, another person can fill that position and get almost the same pay. You agree with me?
Yes.
Because you're acting for the person.
So you're acting at that time, at a specific time.
Yeah, but it's only when you fill the post, the position, that you should be paid in the position.
But this sound like no, this man will always be paid as the Deputy Prime Minister, even when the Prime Minister is here. Talk to me.
Yes, so the person who says, the man who is the Deputy Prime Minister, whilst the Prime Minister is sitting, is no different from an ordinary member of Parliament.
Are in the present case, the Minister of National Security.
Yes, right. But him started member of parliament, then he becomes that. That's right.
But him will get paid in the highest position that is based on what we are getting to understand.
Yeah.
That
And we know that the Minister of Finance gets the most pay in the cabinet.
outside of the Prime Minister. Right. So but what isn't that a problem though if it is not in the Constitution and he's constantly getting that pay 12 months a year?
I would say the leader of the opposition is not a constitutionally recognized position
either,
and therefore it cannot be treated discriminatorily with other ministers or with members of parliament. So it is only when the prime minister is away and he's acting that he can get any discriminatory or other position. And that is common sense again. That is not even law.
Mm-hmm. But as it relates to the prime minister saying that he's giving back his salary now, where do we go from here with that?
I need to see how that works out because, as I've said, you cannot on your own change your pay upwards or downwards.
Talk to me.
You cannot. Even in private enterprise, you get an increase and you go to the boss and say, I don't want it, and him tell the pay people don't pay it. No, man. He say, if you don't want it, well, don't take it.
But tell me something. How does this look, though, that the prime minister, who is the chairman of cabinet, head of the government, they come to a decision to do a salary increase, and then him walk well with everybody else? So how does that look in leadership, council?
Well, that's a political decision. Though I don't know, maybe, I'm not a politician. Maybe that the optics of it is something that, listen, I apologize, it was wrong, and I'm setting an example. Now, you know what is interesting? You have a thing called you have to go with the cabinet's decision, right?
That's what I was just about to ask you about.
Political,
them call it oh God, I mean everybody agree. Collective responsibility.
You got it. Now, if I'm a member of the cabinet and my prime minister refused something and sets the lead, I think that collective responsibility may say we must follow suit.
Everybody must
so that means his wife and others would have to.
So is that showing some division? And this is not this, I know this might not be legal thing, but doesn't that show some division in the team?
Yeah, politics again.
But you don't have to answer. You don't have to answer that because we're talking legal issues. But we will get back to that in a little while. So are you waiting on somebody to come approach you and said, I want to take this to court? They have to pay some money, because one of my listeners here is saying, yeah, any Jamaican citizen can take it to court if they have the money to pay the lawyer.
Yeah. Well, there are lawyers who will volunteer to challenge that, man. You don't have to have money for
that. All right. So listeners on the ear, when it comes to them thing, that there are lawyers that will take it on and challenge
the lawyers,
Jamaican
for Justice, and those people have lawyers who take on the public defender. I mean, a citizen can walk into the public defender's office and say, listen, I don't think this is right, and ask the public defender to take it on.
Yeah, and the public defender is paid already to do that on behalf of the citizens.
Yeah, so don't think that it is.
It's not a money thing.
No, it's not expensive to challenge those things.
It is to have the interest of your country at heart and want to ensure that the country is run right. Proper.
You call that person an interested party.
Yes. So there's possible more legal challenges for the government as it relates to the Constitution of Jamaica.
Yeah, I mean, I'm attracted to that leader of the opposition point, unless, because you did say, I mean, the deputy prime minister.
That is not in the Constitution.
That is not a post recognized by the Constitution.
Well, counsel, we're asking you to do some research on that for us and tell us what is happening.
I'm sorry, those who mourn that murder, I mourn with them.
Yeah,
Take care.
Blessings, my brother. Thanks for the counsel. One love.
Bye-bye.
Senior attorney at law, Bert Samuels, talking about the legal implications or ramifications of the Prime Minister saying that in giving back the increase. Now let's look at the whole part of the thing, yeah. Let's look on the collective responsibility situation. Now, DP, I want to talk to you upon this, you know. So if you want me to send you the link, I can send you the link so you can come in, because I want to talk to you about these actions, the amount of increase, because my concern or my issue is not with the increase solely, because I agree that an increase was needed, an increase was necessary. My argument is with the amount at one go. That's my argument, the amount. Even if you're going to get to that amount, do it periodically. Do it periodically. Let me start showing you some of them. Yeah. Minister, etc. You see, what happened with the Prime Minister, you know, is that the Prime Minister walk well left him team, you know. You don't want to look on it. But what I see is the Prime Minister walking away left him team. Now, you might want to say Mark Golding do the same thing, but it's different. Mark Golding team never decide this increase. They never decided it. This increase was decided by the Prime Minister, the Minister of Finance, and whichever team they put together to look at the salaries. So when they put that together, them decide this couldn't come out with the Prime Minister agreeing with it. So like Gilly is saying, it's a knee-jerk reaction. What did Sonia ask? Is the payroll system able to recognize 3 similar names as the same person? I don't understand that question there. I don't understand the question, Ms. Ellis. But the Prime Minister walk away, and this junior, me have to drop it for him.
Yeah, Shaka for you, big up yourself. Can't hear me, don't know year to year of the same thing. And Lenny I says so. You don't know real backlogs, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time.
The ministers, let me tell you. All right, like the Prime Minister, my understanding, like the Prime Minister who is Minister of Defense, is Minister of Growth and Development. He only get pays as Prime Minister. So the salary for the Prime Minister is what he would get. He's also MP. The Minister of Finance, who is Member of Parliament for our area there in Kingston, and he's the Minister of Finance. He gets pays as the Minister of Finance. He not get pay as MP. So the ministers get pay only as ministers, not as ministers, and then him get an next 12 million for MP. No, you get pay at your highest rank. One pay them get. All right? So, what this one say? Andrew Holness' name will be on the list as Prime Minister, Minister of Defense. No, Sonia. On the payroll, his name is only there as Prime Minister. Minister of Finance is only there as Minister of Finance. Michael Phillips is there as MP. Anne-Marie Vaz, MP. Darrell Vaz, Minister of Energy and all of that, and him get paid as one minister. I get paid as 2 minister or 3 minister. Wellness said the cabinet organized over the increase, and then afterwards want us to believe that he didn't know the level. No, man, the Prime Minister had to stamp that, man. The Prime Minister knew that and agreed. But the question I am asking The Prime Minister walking away from a cabinet decision. Does that mean there is division in the Jamaica Labour Party? Because anyway, PNP do that. Because with Mark saying that him giving back 80% of him, people are asking, say Mark now have no control. That's what people were saying. Say Mark can't get the MP them. So, oh no, we're not hearing the argument that the Prime Minister can't get him cabinet to come with him by giving back the increase. Oh no, nobody has said nothing about that. That's why that tune is big.
Yeah, Shaka Fear, big up yourself.
Lots of hypocrites.
Here to hear the same thing. Lenny Harris says so. You don't know a real backlocks, you see me? Yeah, now. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons.
If the Prime Minister saying hear the cry of the people,
it's a waste of time.
then that means the rest of his cabinet is tone deaf.
But
why them not get back?
Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, Shaka Fear my real backlocks.
No, really.
Hypocrite relax.
Really want to
Dress back, Shaka Fear my real backlocks. Know that the war is on. Shaka Fear is in command. Free as a rock. Now it's the appointed time. Go forth, oh winners of soul. Enough steps of victory, I'm sure. So hypocrite relax. Chase Shaka Fox. Hypocrites, chase back. I'm on a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Chase back. Shaka Fear my real backlocks. Relax. Chase back. Real backlocks. I just won't sell my soul. I'm not ready for your gold. I refuse to take your bribes to make your flawless life. Yeah, Shaka Fear, big up yourself. Can't hear me, don't know. Here to hear the same thing. Lenny Harris says so. You don't know a real backlocks, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine. Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, Shaka Fear my real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, Shaka Fear my real backlocks. Know that the war is on. Shaka Fear is in command. So warriors arise. Now is the appointed time. Go forth, oh winners of souls. Enough steps of victory, I'm sure. So hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka Fear my real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, I'm on a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka Fear my real backlocks.
Playing Lenny Hyde. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. You know, I send it. I'm going to send you the link, DP. I don't know why this email not coming in, but I'm going to send you. I'm sending you the link because me want to really understand, and maybe somebody have to make me understand what is really happening here as it relates to how the Prime Minister just changed the game. So just talking about the Jerk Festival. And BEENIE Man is confirmed for the festival. So it's the 9th of July. And we have confirmed the king of the dancehall, BEENIE Man, confirmed for the Boston Jerk celebration 2023, July 9th. Boston, we had it. Boston Beach. The road is in a much better condition. Much better condition. Sound like we get it now. We'll look it again still. We're going to get to the show, you know. We'll put an engineer in place. Plus, I take time to do a thing. You know? Take time to do a thing. So we will get an engineer in place pretty soon. So that I don't have to do them work while I am focusing on you. You know? But I try to get DP to talk to him. All right, DP, there you go. So I want to talk to DP about what is really happening, because I'm sure if this did happen at the PNP, they would have said there is discontent in the PNP and the PNP is not united.
Baby, now don't worry. Everything is more than coming, but about and love and
How can the Prime Minister just walk away from the cabinet? I think the pay raise shouldn't be above 100%. Shouldn't be above 100%. Double it. And that not to double it, you know. But double it. But 3 times. What go on, you?
Morning, boss.
Headset. Where I say?
I wonder why you want to talk to me. And every time, the last time I spoke to you, you sigh and say, boy, you pray for patience and you can't take stupidity and stupid people. And so why you want to talk to?
I want to hear from somebody who agree with the increase. I don't know if you agree, but I want to hear.
Samuel just agree with the increase a while ago. So why
Bert
you don't
agree with Bert agree with the increase?
Yes, and him said the Prime Minister cannot take it back because it wasn't offered. So
no, but me never hear him say it.
Maybe you were only listening to what you wanted to hear. He said, listen, every time you bow to public pressure, something. Because I don't believe that Andrew Wallace should have bowed to the public pressure.
So you agree with the increase?
Yes.
The level of increase?
It doesn't matter.
The level don't matter, the amount don't matter.
Because this is what we want to do. And I hear you do it sometime when it's convenient to not use percentage. And then when it's inconvenient to not use numbers. Right? If all the increase, the whatever percent it was, if that was added to the public sector, how much money we are talking about? How much one teacher would I get?
It's a lot more. I understand that.
How much would one teacher get? What would be the addition?
I didn't calculate it.
$1,300 a month.
$1,300 a month more?
Yes.
If the teacher had
all the sum that was given, that is given to the politicians, if all of that money.
Oh, you mean that money? If that money did share up and go to teachers?
Yes.
But I am not saying the money should share up and go to teachers.
Me just said, but the argument with the fake outrage come with the
but all right, hold on. I'm going to beg you a favor this morning. To talk to me.
Answer what you ask me. All right, no problem.
No. Hold on. When I ask if you talk to me, if you're going to tell me about somebody, let me know, say, other people are saying this. But what we talk here on this program, we criticize, yes, but we give solutions as well. So that program is kind of different from the others. So that's why I said to you, say,
that's your
remember, say, me I talk to.
Huh? I hear you first say to give it better if them detect 50%. Why?
Yeah,
just pick out that 50% out of the sky. If you just say 50% sound better.
No, man, I was saying roll it back to 50% of what them take already. I am saying that I don't believe the increase, any other increase should go above 100%.
Why? And why not?
Because 100% of $30,000 will take a man's salary to $60,000. Right? 100% of 9.6 million will take you to 19.5 million. So even at 100%, it's a very high number. I am also putting forward that our politicians at this stage are not working, are not delivering at the level that they should get 240% of their salary. I am not tying their salary to anybody else's salary, because I go as far as say that even if when you do the calculation, you said that the prime minister is supposed to get really and truly $29 million would be adequate or would be a good salary for the prime minister, and we even decide to go there. My argument is it should not be done at once in such vulgar way. I believe the amount is too much. Take your time, get there. So I'm not against an increase, and I'm not tying the increase to anybody else's amount. I am just saying that for our politicians at this stage, with the level of failure, the level of incompetence, the country not growing at the pace that we would want to see it grow, the politicians, in my view, does not deserve not 214 and 240 and 300% increase. I would agree with 100%. Talk to me.
And again, I ask the same question I asked. What did you use? What methodology you used to come up with that 100%? It's just. And
I just explained some of it to you.
But the methodology, the method is what?
Listen,
so they're working. So
let me tell you.
So they're working to get 100% to get 50% increase of what they're getting.
In terms of their deliverables?
Yes.
No, they're not.
Me know you're gonna say no. So that make your point flawed. Because
no, but also you are doing. Hold on, they are doing a job, and the fact that they are doing
your own method. If you hire me to do something, say you wanted me to be your entertainment coordinator for the Jerk Fest coming up.
Yeah.
And last year you used me and you pay me 1 million. And this year you're going to use me, but I did not deliver last year. Why give me an increase just to say inflation and still use me? Me not deserve no increase.
I will have to use somebody, right?
True.
And the fact that I have already signed a contract with you to use you, I will say to you that I will give you a limited increase.
I hear
because you still have to come do the job, you know.
But that's and
you still have to come do the job.
That's
you know, do the job good, but at least some man can go DJ and sing. But the quality is not there.
If you
the quality is not there. The show no start on time. The entertainers now, whole heap of things go wrong, but it still happen. So you still have to be paid.
But I'm saying this is where me and you differ. Because you sound to me like you would increase somebody for the incompetence, which happening with the teachers. Why are we still having students leaving an high school, graduating from an high school that cannot read?
So get some different teachers then. So why the prime minister says that the fact now that the politicians are going to be paid well, they are going to perform better. They are going to be more committed.
Like sleeping with your door open.
No, but hold on. Why never use that same thing with the teachers, that if I pay the teachers more, the teachers are going to work better.
And Colin,
they are going to deliver.
A while ago, yours were different, but it's not the same, because this is what I'm saying. What the teachers got more than 20% increase. Also, teachers get paid
over 4 years.
Also, teachers, based on the what they call it, negotiating, bargaining, whatever, every year them supposed to get an increase, correct?
Yes.
When was the last time the politicians got an increase?
I when them said 2000 now. Lord.
Over
I know this.
Years.
Yeah, but whose fault is that?
We're not talking about faults, Colin. Me, I show you my point. The fact that teachers get an increase every year, I still want to link this back to, sounds as if, to me, in my opinion, you believe in increase somebody that is incompetent. They're not doing their job, but just because they're in the position. I do agree with that. I believe that for civil servants who are not performing, them figure them yard. And we have a system that holds our politician accountable called election. So for those who are saying that the politician them not hold accountable, that's a lie.
And that's why I said this the other day, and I saw you tweet it, that if the government is going to take this level of increase, they ought to go to the people.
And my opinion, to be honest, that's rubbish. That's foolishness.
It cannot be. Who are the boss? Who are the boss? Who is the boss?
See, when I say no, you have your right, is your show, and you can share your opinion. Me not have a problem with that. That is your opinion. And you're saying, as of now, whenever government is going to get an increase, call an election.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Again, I said that level of increase. If the government is going to take an increase,
level of increase,
right? If they're going to, I am only one citizen of Jamaica, and I am saying if they are going above 100%, you need to come to the people because
so
that is an exorbitant amount. No, not every time you want to raise. If you're going to take, let's say, 70, 80, even up to 100%, we could have sit through that. But if you're going 200%, you must come back to the people now. Ask what I don't suggest.
Hear why that's flawed. Hear why that's flawed. Hear why that is flawed. I'm still hearing people saying up to Friday I listen to a talk show, reminding Andrew Holness that is only 21% of the voting population voted for him. So, sorry. So majority of Jamaica did not vote for him. So your method, let's apply your method to it. If Andrew had gone to say, listen, I'm going to hold a general election to increase our pay by 300%, and 15% voted for yes, and 10% vote no, you still would be at the same place that you are right now.
No. I wouldn't be at the same place. Let me clear up that with you. If he goes to the people, he gives a choice to all the people. Now, if you don't want to take it, him can't come dig you out of your house if you go vote. So hold on. So the 25% who go out are the ones who are interested in saying yes or no. The others are not interested by their choice,
Colin,
not by Andrew Holness' decision, not by Mark Walden decision.
Because you have a way of making things, work when you want it to work. So, are you saying that those of us who do not vote should not have a say in whatever we consider not right in the country?
No, man, you can run off on a mouth. It's so mouth to have. Those of us who vote have a finger that can joke. All you do attack the action part of having a say. You have the say, You don't have the say, but you not use it. The action part of having the say is to go vote. You decide, say, all we are going to do is run up with mouth for social media and for radio and chat in a bar. We not do the action.
No, so
that's why I said to you. That's why I said to you, say, you can't blame Andrew. You can't blame Andrew if you go to the people and not vote.
So should the government not take into consideration people who don't vote based on whichever way it goes? Him should just say, never vote, so ignore you.
No, we can't ignore no.
So you can't have your cake and eat it. That's the point.
No. But hold on. When it comes to the election, we have to ignore no. When it comes to the election, when the government says, all right, this is the way that the people holds us accountable. We want a 300% raise. We are coming to you, the people. So if you agree with the 300% raise, vote for we. And the people go out there and 21% vote for them and 17% vote for the opposition. You have to respect the decision of the 21% because they are the ones who are interested.
So why those same things aren't deployed with like SOE and whatever else? Because you're non-voters and the PMP, which is not in government, everything where the government put forward for deal with crime or whatever, we not talk down. So again, I'm using your concept. So if the majority of the voter population voted for the government, and you're supposed to do what you say, you don't need the opposition.
But listen, but he's doing what he's doing. It's just that he's getting it wrong. Nobody has stopped him from doing what Nobody can stop him from doing what So those of us now who willing to vote, we are ready to vote.
I hear you.
And we are saying to the
you just say what me did never want to say.
You never want to say. So we're ready for vote?
You just want election, being it local or thing, because you position yourself as the standard bearer.
Yes.
And you are the chosen for the fellowship division.
Yes.
So it sounds like you just want election just for run. That's what it sounds to me.
That's how it sounds to you?
Yep.
It might sound that way to you, DP, because you are not feeling the pain that we are feeling in Jamaica. You could all know the girl who get shot around at Campbell Avenue.
Not know the guy. He used to come to my game.
You're a Portlander, so you know people around here, and in terms of them young people, you could know them all more than me.
Me know the guy, as me say.
Yeah? People are being killed right across this country at a level that is unacceptable, at a level that the government calls an emergency, which is an emergency for too long for me. I am saying that when you have a government that gives itself 300% increase 240% increase, 214% increase, while giving teachers, police, nurse, firefighters 20 and 30% over a 4-year period. DP, it is unacceptable. And the Prime Minister saw that it is unacceptable.
Let me ask
and
you
gave it back.
Let me and again, me confused because the guest just say you can't give back something.
That's the legal term of the whole thing. What Mr. Samuels was talking about. But yes, you and I know that the Prime Minister said not taking the increase.
No, but again, he wasn't. Based on what I heard, it wasn't given to him. He said that he's not going to accept whatever.
Exactly.
But already deposited into his account.
We don't know.
Then that's why me I say you can't say give back, because the only way you can give back something you have to get it, Colin.
All right, so him saying not taking it then.
Yes. And your legal mind, you can't have somebody on like me, me just a chat with me for chatting. You can't have a bright scholar like the Honorable Bert Samuel. Me I put Honorable on his name, although me know him not gonna like it. Him can't come and share, and then when me use it, you say no, that is just. I like brush it aside.
Me not brush it aside. That's the legal side of the argument.
Right, but as me said, the
Prime Minister
side
say
you cannot give back something that you never get. You have to get it first.
So that means the Prime Minister lied to it then?
How you mean him lie?
What did the Prime Minister say?
He said he won't be accepting it.
Right, and Bert just tell us.
Back, you use the term give back.
All right, say now accept it. And Bert say him cannot accept it. That's what the lawyer said.
But you just said the Prime Minister see. Let me ask you this. If that raise minimum wage by 300%, would that be okay for them raise the government thing to 300% too? Our politician?
It's CDP, the increase of the minimum wage. Hold on, I lose him. I'll bring it.
No, man, you switch me off.
Yeah, man. I mean, because I don't know why this camera, this screen just went out. So bring it back. The increase of minimum wage, and again, from let's say at what it is now, $9,000 by 300% would bring it up to $36,000. 36? Yes, $36,000. $36,000. Compare $36,000 DP to $19.4 million. There's a difference in the figures, brother.
Yeah, we know that, and I'm glad you say it, because that.
And that's why I tell you, say it is the level of the increase that is vulgar.
Work for you, you use percentage. But when I want you get and me and you on the same page.
Yeah, but we just talk about the 300%, and what I showed you a while ago is what the 300% value is. The value of the 300%.
What do you mean the value of the 300%?
The value of the 300% in a minimum wage person works out in total to be $36,000. $36,000. That's the value of the percentage.
Right.
The value of the Prime Minister's 300%, yeah, is what? 9 or not the. Well, if it was 300% for the Prime Minister at 9.2, it would be $36 million.
Yeah, I answer a question I may ask you. Can you explain that? But you not answer what I ask.
What is the question?
I ask you if would it be okay if the minimum wage did get increased by 300% as well?
It wouldn't be okay.
Okay.
It wouldn't be okay.
I'm glad you would. You see it so. But the point
it wouldn't be okay because to a person who pays a minimum wage person who earns $1.6 million a year to pay your helper $36,000, it wouldn't be okay.
So, Colin, why you not talk say them raise the Prime Minister to 300 but only raise the teacher to 20, like them should have raised it to 300 too?
DP, the argument is that the same method that the Prime Minister used to justify his. Well, in fact, we can't talk about the Prime Minister because the Prime Minister said I'm not taking it.
Okay. Thank you.
So let's go to the Finance Minister.
Thank you very much.
The same argument we used to justify could have been used to justify the teachers. We are not saying in
percent increase the civil servant should have gotten.
How much them should I get?
Yeah.
Them get what them get.
Oh,
and we never have an outcry upon that.
Okay.
We have an outcry upon with the
ministers. Is rubbish. I hear people are compare then and I say it's rubbish.
And as I said to you earlier, I am not doing a comparison.
Okay.
Not comparing.
I'll do a mere comparing, but not. So anyway.
Hold on, let me tell you, Colin. Morning.
Colin, morning.
How you do?
I'm good. I'm glad to see that the gentleman that always talk to you, DP, is a Ras.
Yeah?
Yeah, all
Not
right.
that kind of Rasta they do, you know.
Well,
Not that kind of Rasta.
Is a fashionable Rasta.
It's a fashion dread, yes.
All right.
That man shave. When I say shave deep, you don't shave again.
Shave when me feel like.
You shave when you feel like.
Yep.
All right. First thing where DP go wrong. When the People's National Party object about state of emergency, is a constitutional matter they're talking about. Are you saying that when you vote for a government, you have all right to trample on any of your rights?
Go ahead, DP.
Oh, it sound like I hear me that talk to you know. Me never
You go ahead.
No, I'm going to go with Colin, what Colin said earlier. When the government is voted in, the people them entrust them to do whatever they want to do. So in my concept, whatever if the government say, based on the advice from the police and the soldier them that a state of emergency is needed, I will have to go with that. That's my.
That's not what Colin mean, DP. You have been dishonest.
Oh, my be dishonest by sharing my opinion. I just a while ago, based on what Colin said. When the people them vote for your government, the government supposed to act. And 9 out of 10 times, opposition is not going to agree with the government. Me never see that happen. Andrew Wallace never used to agree with him opposition.
So once a government is in power, all constitutional rights go under the table.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, because you confuse the thing to Bridging. How can you deem something unconstitutional without the court making a pronouncement on it? That makes sense to you? So for the PMP to come out and say, this is unconstitutional, this is unconstitutional, up to now the court has not ruled on the SOE being unconstitutional.
So VP, why is it that people have been awarded taxpayers' money? Do you aware that people have been awarded taxpayers' money?
Yes, I'm glad you have said that, because guess what happened? Those cases have been adjudicated and they found out that there were aspects, for example, holding a man for how much 100 days or 1 year, whatever, without charge is unconstitutional. That is proven in the court and the court awarded them money. So that is why we're debating that. Well, let me ask you this, Carla. Is the use of SOE unconstitutional? Let me ask you that.
In some terms.
No, I call me and ask Colin.
Carla, you hear DP?
No, I don't hear him.
He's saying that if the use of SOE is unconstitutional.
Well, based on my understanding of the law, it is a case that is used in extreme cases for a period of time. And based on what the eminent lawyers have read, we have not got to that stage where we should use it as a crime fighting tool for the period of time that it has been used.
So me not answer my question, him just talk again, but it's alright.
Eh?
Me say me answer my question, but it's alright.
No, I did not say you can't use a state of emergency, DP. Don't twist around.
No, ask a question, sir. I asked a question, that's all I did.
What's the question you asked?
And you answer. I asked if the state of emergency is unconstitutional, and you said no, there are times
there are aspects of the states of emergency that the court has ruled unconstitutional already.
Yes.
They are. Yes. And therefore, when I said earlier that the government is elected by whatever majority or whatever percentage to run the country, and they are to act, but there are guidelines that you must perform your management role in, and that guideline is provided by the Constitution. And therefore,
I just said that I'm Andrew Onless and them people are listening to this because they can not the PMP. Because I'm going to repeat, opposition will never. When last from 2016, tell me one something where PMP come out and say yes, we agree with the government with. Because we practice this.
No, but DP have been dishonest.
Let me finish.
The PMP has voted with the government for the state of emergency more than once.
Let me finish. We practice this rubbish in Jamaica where if PMP in a power, JLP must oppose. If JLP in a power, PMP must oppose. Rubbish.
But DP, you remember a time when the PNP voted for the states of emergency?
I remember Peter Phillips used to lend his support because
no, not Peter Phillips, the PNP.
The
Peter
PNP,
Phillips.
DP, Peter Phillips alone couldn't do it because he had to get a 2/3 majority in the Senate. And Peter Phillips not sitting at the Senate.
Sir.
So stop talk rubbish.
Sir. So
Peter Phillips is not in the Senate.
Who is the PNP senator will vote then?
What?
Who is the PNP senators that vote?
And
No, but you have
PNP
to
senators
go to
voted
the
for the
honest
state of
DP.
emergency from time to time.
It sound like no one attack me now for what me know. I know that Peter Bunting has never never voted for the extension of the SOE.
Who?
Peter Bunting.
But Peter Bunting is one man.
I'm never tell us me know say Peter Phillips vote and support it.
Hold on, DP. Hold on. You just say a Peter Phillips vote for the state of emergency.
I said I know that Peter Phillips have voted and only said no.
The PNP had supported it, DP.
So is it fair because me know say Peter Bunting have never voted for it to say the PNP does not support it? Me can't do that.
No, but hold on.
On a reason, sir.
No, hold on, DP. Hold on. Because there was a time when the PNP voted for the state of emergency, even though Peter Bunting didn't vote for it. There are times now that the PNP is voting against it. So when you give the argument a while ago that the PNP just oppose, it's not true. Not even close.
So Colin,
and it's not one time PNP voted with the government. It's not 2 times. It's not 3 times. They voted and agree with the state of emergency.
DP, can I ask a question, DP?
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the concept when me, the out of Jamaica, see. Every time when it come up, even now, I hear Andy and Jackson Miller talking to Bunting or whoever else, and them say straight up, it not even make no sense when they debate it because with the PNP will not be supporting the extension. Right. So, I am asking, is it fair for me to say whenever the PNP, so them come out and say, boy, we don't really support it, but when somebody go ahead and vote for it. And you're not going to tell me now, say, because the one person vote, that is the PNP voting for the extension?
DP, there was no time that one person voted in favor of the state of emergency on the PNP side. There was never a time that only one person voted.
All right, talk about something else.
But you cannot mislead people, DP. What you're saying is misleading and wrong.
But this is below me, because I'm saying overall.
Can I move on, Shaka? I want to ask another question.
That is what I'm saying.
Hold on,
DP.
Hold on. We're just a while, DP. Come never hear the
I said overwhelmingly from 17 till now, the PNP have not fully, wholeheartedly supported the SOEs.
That's not true.
And I said that, and their archives, their video there to show, even if them vote for extend it or whatever, you still hear at least one person say, we on this side, we do not agree with it, whatever. So what the sense vote for something we agree for?
You never hear anybody say we on this side if they disagree. Yeah, and you're gonna hear I will not support the state.
So how you differentiate it, Shaka, when one person
I from we?
Then not we.
DP,
from the PNP and not the
DP,
PNP.
Hold on. I and we are 2 different parts of speech.
Colin.
I and we.
Colin.
You said if it's even one person, you hear say we don't support it on this side, and I'm saying you never heard that.
Colin.
When we voted for it, you hear one person say, I will not support.
Colin, how do you differentiate when a member of the PNP say, I do not support it, but then one member vote and then that is a collective we? How you make that differentiation?
Let me answer that for him, Colin. DP, when you have a caucus and the Senate in particular carry out the instruction of the party, you cannot say I. It is the party instruction that the Senate carried out. When the party object, the senators object to. So you could say the party did not support it once the senators object.
Hold on, because there's something critical that we have to say this morning. You see the People's National Party, even though the party takes a position, because the party position whenever we vote for the state of emergency is that we are going to vote for it. But we allow the sending voice So we don't muzzle Peter Bunting.
We're a Democratic Party.
Hold on, caller. We don't muzzle Peter Bunting that him cannot speak. We allow Peter Bunting to speak, but we put the party's position separate and apart. That will never happen in a GLP administration. You know? Can't happen. It's only in the PNP when Portia Simpson Miller says she abstain, she now vote with the part with the government as it relates to the firemen. You understand? It's only in the PNP that the PNP said we vote in the lower house that we are going to support the SOE, and we vote in the upper house that we are going to support SOE. But one member of our party decided that I am not going with it and he's allowed to speak.
You couldn't
That's the difference, bro.
Person a while ago, don't it?
Can I ask him a question?
Go ahead, I could come out for that. Go ahead.
DP.
Yes, sir.
We have voice note from your Prime Minister.
He's not your Prime
Minister. He said he talked to all members, all his member of parliament, and he warned them that the day you start to think about making money through politics, it's time for you to leave. So how can he now come around to say, if you don't pay the people them, you must satisfy what you get? Well, that is contradictory.
I not understand the point where I make, because I've worked at places where I was just there to do my job, and if it was known that I was making money, because the context, quotation, making money, that's a side hustle kind of thing.
Shaka,
talk to me.
You have that voice note, can play it for him?
I'll go and try.
But what's the relevance of that voice note? That bear no relevance right now.
It bear no relevance when you say one thing yesterday and say another thing today.
So Colin said last week that a man that cannot get up and change his mind.
Colin is not our leader.
Colin last week said that a man that cannot, or I don't know if I quote him right, but you should be able to can change your mind.
Yeah,
so
man,
your mind can't change, sir. Your mind can't change, sir.
So DP.
Justify.
So the Prime Minister wake up now that him them try to kick down his door.
The man
I don't even know the voice note. As me said, the relevance that be no relevant to me. So that a waste of time and whatever right now.
All right, Colin, I could give somebody else a chance.
Okay.
Let's go. DP. You see, as me I said to you, one of the things we have to understand is that when you are in government or in politics, you have some things that will come back and bite you.
You're right, because all of us know about Damon Crawford saying now run again, and then he come and say trick you.
Yeah, but tell me what that now.
You just saw it go come back and bite you.
Yes, and it bite Damien.
Yes, so I agree with you.
So
I agree with you 100%. You're so right about that.
Yes,
why you make it sound like we can't agree on things?
Then it no bite Damien. It bite him, it come back and bite him.
Not really,
That's
because me still feel say if Damien or Lisa Anna was the president of the PMP, I get a different outlook right now. I believe that. That's my opinion.
The truth of the matter is, though, DP, none of them is the leader of the party.
True.
And the present leader of the party is doing a good job.
In your opinion, not the majority of Jamaica, even PMP, Colin, I mean, I just said this, but I've heard it. I can't repeat. But I have known people, even the other day, last weekend, I sent your voice, the clip of me cut off to somebody in Portland. And then they know, me know why you're not in front of him. I said, why you said that? Listen, man, and the teacher, I said, no, and the person said, yeah, man, I know some is a PMP. But when Mr. Shaka or Mark, me know why you're not in front of two of them.
But listen, DP, Jesus Christ come on earth, you know.
Exactly. We know all of that, Colin. But I'm saying to you, we are trying to brush aside a majority belief that Mark DP, Golden is not DP, performing and him not getting attraction. You just say he's doing a good job. DP. That is not what even PMP themselves, honest PMP, saying. Their PMP would tell me straight up, I do not feel Mark, me not like him. So me
Hold on. Hold on. You hear your last statement?
Oh, Mark is doing a good job.
DP, you hear your last statement? You hear the last thing where you say, like, well, me not like him. No, when you not like somebody, then can't do nothing right for you.
True.
You not like him.
I agree.
So
but
he
me I
will
tell you
never...
something from here for the PMP. I don't have a liking for Lisa and our Damien Crawford.
DP. As you rightfully say a while ago, they are PNP when I like me neither.
Right.
So everybody now go, but
let me get this. Hold on, let me get this clear. Let me get this clear.
We come to be discussing Mark Golding likability over the Prime Minister flip-flopping.
Oh, so you know
what? Go ahead, let's talk about Mark Golding.
No, me get
go ahead. No.
That is making you uncomfortable.
Let's talk about Mark Golding. I want to talk about Mark Golding.
Yeah, man, that's mistake. Not a problem. We since it's not sexy to discuss Mark Golding.
But let's talk about Mark Golding. I am saying.
No, but you just asked. No, you just asked. How did we get there? So let's scrap that. It makes you uncomfortable.
No, man. Me not scrap it. Mark Golding me I talk about because I personally believe that Mark Golding will be the best prime minister this country will ever see.
Colin.
Mark Golding. It is the first politician going for prime minister with the level of business experience that Mark Golding possesses.
Colin.
Talk to me.
You know that some of his very own MPs are upset with him?
About what?
And not Damien. What the gen sec name? Dayton Campbell?
They are upset with him.
Dayton Campbell came out and said the MPs should reject the increase.
Mm-hmm. And therefore,
something else I was waiting to say, but let me tie it in right here, so Colin. And let me see if your conscience are going to prevail over this one. Do you believe that MPs are getting enough money from the government to help out their constituents?
What do you mean to help out their constituents?
To just help. Like, anything.
Somebody dead, you mean the constituency development fund?
Not that. Out of separate account. That's just what?
You mean out of them pocket?
Wherever them to get the money from.
The most out of them pocket, if that's the constituency if it is not the constituency development fund or other social program provided by government, then it can only be out of them pocket.
Okay. So if that's what you want to say.
And if you're asking me if they are getting enough, no.
Okay. So you don't see where whatever increase a parliamentarian gets goes back into the constituency?
Of course it would.
Okay. So why, and I'm going back to your argument where you just say, so why one rich man like Mark Golding, we make him how much money already, should come and talk down to a shaka fame where Just Start makes millions, him can't feed the whole of port.
Talk down? What do you mean talk down to? Me not understand that.
As me said, they're saying that they don't want the increase and the MP shouldn't take it. If you was a member of parliament.
Hold on, DP. I have not heard that clip where I said Dayton say the MP should reject it.
Yeah, I'm fine. You send it here?
Yeah, man, because I hear Dayton say the thing must be rolled back for everybody, including our members of parliament. I never hear him say the MPs, they must reject it.
Colin, me not like, okay, all right, nuances, but same thing.
It's not nuances. No, it's quoting verbatim.
So if so tell me this. So if it's not rolled back.
He said the government should roll back the increase for every member of parliament, including our own.
So hold on,
and he said including.
Still mean the MP, them, the PMP MP, them not forget the increase. Roll
he
back.
Never said they must reject it. You said him said them. You said him said
but
they must
reject why it. Why you dwell on one word?
Oh, no, but one word makes a whole lot of difference. Brother, you pass English, man. Tap your foolishness. Yeah, one word can change the whole argument.
You do something that is below you.
No.
You do something that is below you. What I mean is just
one word in a sentence.
The Prime Minister should reject. Send back. I mean, I say you can't send back something we never get.
DP. One word in a sentence. You said a while ago.
Dayton Campbell is saying, and this is me paraphrasing, my interpretation.
No.
He's saying that PMP MP should not get the increase.
Him say why you don't want to quote the man what the man say?
Because guess what happened? When I read a book, and gone are the days, even when I used to teach, because I know enough of you listen to them, we can't read the comment them, then go to call me idiot. When I used to teach, the way I wrote my exams, I don't forget one quotation from a book.
But you can't make the quote incorrect. You can
But
if you're
this is what I'm
quoting
saying.
if you're
It's not
quoting
about
somebody
quoting.
DP.
If I hear you talk, Colin, and I cannot put it in my own words, that means I'm not learn nothing from you.
But you cannot put it in your own words, make it mean something different.
So, Colin,
And the word reject.
But let me ask you this,
Hold on. What you said a while ago.
Waste of
No.
time. This is waste of my
No. What you said a while
when
ago.
if
DP?
Dayton Campbell gets his wish for them to roll back for all whatever, does that mean that the PMP MP gets the increase or no?
No, they don't get it.
Good. So that's my point. Dayton Campbell don't want them to get it. So we got all around the world so we get to that. That is what I'm saying. Maybe me not use your words, but that is what I'm saying. Dayton Campbell wish is for the MPs them not to get the increase. And I am saying again, let me say this and then me can shut up or just say yes or no to your question them. Dayton does not have the moral standing to talking about this because he's not an MP. Me don't want to hear from him. Me don't want to hear from Peter Bunty neither because he's not an MP neither. Me don't want to hear from the rejects. And I am saying, I mean, ask you, I mean, I was personalizing it. If you were the member of parliament for East Portland, would you be comfortable with your general secretary saying, roll back the increase where you forget, knowing that, guess what? There are people that knock on your door every single day for help. And them would have seen when I mark you down and say you're failing because you can't help. Because you will never be able to help everybody. Jesus himself couldn't do it. So you tell me, said, okay, if it was a rich man make decision will affect the rest of the country, and you're seeing that as a good thing? I'm done.
Thank you very much, DP.
Dayton Campbell is a reject. Nobody should be listening to him.
And nobody should have listened to you because you don't vote neither. You don't vote.
Colin, so why you say from morning you want to talk to me if nobody?
Yeah, but you call the man reject.
He is a reject. He is a reject.
All right, DP, big up yourself. Thanks for talking to us this morning.
He's not a reject. Wow. Him did win the election.
DP,
he wasn't.
I don't know if you understand politics. Dayton Campbell is the General Secretary of the People's National Party. So Dayton Campbell has the authority.
And you know why I'm going to respect Paul Burke over Dayton any day? Was Paul Burke ever an MP? Or ever run for your seat?
Make we talk again.
Paul Burke ever run for your seat?
I'm not going to answer no more questions.
No more answer me that.
No, I'm not going to answer that. Have a good morning. Have a good morning. I'm not going to really have your style. My general secretary has no reject. No. You know what? Hear from no reject. Dayton Campbell is the General Secretary of the People's National Party. And suppose me tell you something, because you don't know a lot of things. May I tell you something? Dayton Campbell increase in all of this bigger than any of the member of parliament them. I don't know if you know that. Dayton Campbell's salary increased to $20 million. More than any one of the MPs on the PNP side. And he's saying that he don't want it neither. I wish you had know all of them things there. Because I want to bring in the thing in a DP, but you have to suck up some information and some knowledge and be willing to put forward that knowledge honestly. So Dayton Campbell have the authority to speak on behalf of the People's National Party. And when the press conference was taking place the other day, I don't know if you never see how much of the MP them did there. Nobody's saying that an increase is not due. Nobody's not saying that. What we are saying is that the level is too vulgar. And the Prime Minister see it and decides him no want it. Because it look bad. Dayton Campbell, Mark Golding, they are the ones authorized to speak for the People's National Party on the issue. So how dare you? You don't even vote, brother. You don't even vote, then you shouldn't talk neither. Because you don't care who run the country. All the advocacy where you put forward. Oh God. No, that is not an opinion, brother. That is total garbage and lack of information. That is lack of information. And then you try to mislead me, listen to them. Said Dayton Campbell said the MP they must reject. The man never said no such thing. to ask the government to roll back the increase. How can you interpret that to mean the man said our MP must reject? No, man. No look like a my school you come out of DP. You sound like you come out of Robert Nesta Morgan school, brother. No sound like out of my school you come from. Come back to class, man. Come back to class. And one thing you have to have, one thing you have to show is a level of honesty. For man vote and lose. You know how much people voted for Dayton Campbell? Thousands of people voted for him, even though he lost the election. You must remember that. Thousands voted for him. No, you see, let me tell you something. Right now, there are some people where the GLP they don't want to see right now, you know. Dayton Campbell, Damian Crawford, Mark Golden, Colin Shakafi Bell, Lasagna, what's your name? Lasagna Harrison. The police federation man. Them man they right now, no labor right now, I see them the man there, man. We know that. We know that. Dayton Campbell increase bigger than the MP them increase. Because the MP them are go a 14 million, a $22 million Dayton Campbell increase gone. DP, some of us, you see, and I can speak to those of us on the PNP side. We're not in this politics after the money, you know. Because I'm telling you from where until last week Tuesday, or week before last Tuesday, I never have a clue how much MP get for PR, how much council I get. I mean, never care. Never meant nothing to me. So, those of us on this side who need for service. Remember, Dayton is a doctor, you know, a medical doctor. Not a PhD, a medical doctor. Oh, boy.
VX.
Mystical, talk to me, man.
Feeling. Born soldier. I forward till the end, yo. VX, your card. Word till the end, yo. Yeah. Me I tell you about rainy days, stormy nights. I feel be a soldier, me I live the army life. Me see the warning pon the grave and it's strong like a devil nice. And them I ease the pain, the journey and the light. Me I fight with crazy tears that run out of me eyes. I feel find a way in the dark without a light. Mount of obstacles, my brother, mount of sacrifice. Sometimes I feel fin them food and then me lose me appetite.
Let me tell you something. You see, anytime you try to defend the indefensible, you chat all about crap. Talk to me, caller.
Hello, Mr. Colin.
Good morning.
You should tell people that every MP gets money to spend into their constituency, different from their salary.
It's not a lot of money them get. It's the CDF fund and some little. It's a little bit of money still, you know.
Yes, but they still get money.
Yeah, man. Them get some money to spend.
And sometimes they get millions of dollars to spend to fix roads, to fix this, to fix all sorts of stuff.
And you know, another thing, even though the CDF fund is a little bit, so sometimes you have some MP when I use our light.
Exactly. And then get money to fix road and then rob it too.
Talk to me.
So they get money. So it's not like them not get money. All of them get money to spend.
Yeah, man.
A million thing get, because I'm from Old Harbor, but I'm not living in Old Harbor. I'm not living there now. But I mean, no, say, me used to be around, Lord Jesus. Well, you know, I'm a PMP.
Yeah.
And me used to be around politicians.
Talk to me.
When Roddy Lance time.
Yeah.
I mean, no, Roddy Lance used to spend money in our constituency.
Yeah.
He used to fix road and give us water. We have the best water system in Old Harbor. Can dig a well for us. The biggest well in Jamaica, we have it in Old Harbor under Roddy Lansing. And right now that well support everywhere in almost in Old Harbor with water right now.
So your sewer go on.
The well never dry. That well never dry. Anytime we don't have water because the pump break down.
All right.
Yeah.
And in spite of the matter, that was done in Fairhill as well when Dr. Rod, I think it's Dr. Rod or Sam Lawrence was member of parliament. Because Fairhill used to have major water issues, you know. The only problem now is that the water up the salt.
And then since Wilmington in a power, it does nothing.
Who you saying? You're mad man if you say that.
It does nothing in a Old Harbor. In front of 60 road and as in 60 road, they dig up.
They don't win so big every time.
Because in people in buy ground and buy vote.
Me don't know about that later.
Me know, me can't tell you. Me know about it. Me know in my constituency. Me know about it.
I don't know if you find it, so I don't know about that. So I'm not getting that with you.
Well, me can't tell you. Me come from Old Harbor, so me know about it.
All right, caller. Thanks for calling.
All right.
Big up yourself.
Have a good work, sir.
So you're not in Old Harbor now. Where are you now?
I'm in America, in New York.
Bless up yourself, New York. Big up.
All right, now my son is a counselor down there.
Okay, cool. All
right.
Bless up.
Keep up the good work. Yeah, bye-bye.
804-7072. You can call me on WhatsApp or you can call me straight. You see, let me tell you something. This term, them term people because people lose in an election as reject. It's a rubbish. Because the winner might get 8,000 votes and the loser gets 7,000 votes. Him lose. But 7,000 people, it still believe in him. So, style people, I not agree with them style in the DP. I not agree with them style in the Dayton Campbell is the general secretary for the People's National Party. And I tell you something about the party, them are the general secretary, them run the party, yeah? The general secretary, them manage the day-to-day affairs of the parties. Both the general secretary of the PNP and the GLP. They manage the thing. So say what you want to say. He has the authority to speak on behalf of the People's National Party. That's what he's doing. But as me say, I listen out some of the people I'm on fear right now, I'm afraid of them like how devil afraid of holy water. Yeah, man. Boy, you just get you know say me not pay no mind in a DP.
VX.
Mind this man.
6.
Talk to me, caller.
Hey, man, Shaka.
Yeah, man, bless up.
Blessings. You know, one of the things that me hear, Damien, Darren Phillips, DP, I say, is that, Mark do a good job because, persons who talk to him, I say, boy, if them not like him and them not like you understand? So basically, what am I trying to say? If a person don't like you, whenever you say anything good about that person I say, we don't want to hear from them, we don't want to hear from Shaka, we don't want to hear from Mark. Yeah. But if you ask that same person, what would you like that person to be doing that they are not doing? Then can't find out.
There you go. There you go.
You understand what I'm saying?
But
is it that you're saying the person not putting in the work in certain areas, or this is what you'd like them to do and they're not doing it?
Well, let me tell you something. You realize the people, Mark Golden, myself, Dayton Campbell, and we are giving DP the work for them now, because DP are work hard, I don't know anybody who follow DP, DP is working hard for the GLP. So right now, Colin Bell, Mark Golden, Dayton Campbell have DP at work overtime, bro.
Well, I'm not following some more, I don't really know that.
Man, hey,
but one of the other things.
Listen, man. Hold on. I don't know if no GLP or Portland where we know I work harder than DP. DP are one of the hardest working labor right in a social media. Yeah, man, straight.
But one of the questions that I want to ask Jamaicans and persons who watch this, because we have been of a country where we find out, say, the leader of the political parties were charismatic, so we go after the hype and,
You mean
but
charismatic
over the
leaders?
years, yes, and Mark may not be that person, right? So it's not about his ability to do the work, It's about how charismatic.
Charismatic. But them used to say the same thing about Peter Phillips, So Peter Phillips not charismatic, and them choose the hype over the substance.
Exactly.
And again, what we have in front of us as Jamaican is one hype leader and one substance leader. So Andrew have the hype, Mark have the substance.
That is where we are now, and that is where I'm saying that we need to move from the hype, because the hype is not giving us the results, and it's the results that we need to change our society.
But the hype are born right here now, the hype push we back against the wall, and the people of Jamaica are seeing now that they made a mistake, and them have the same is like the same chess move you have now, You reach a same position at the end of the game, and you move wrong and lose the game. And you reach at the same place again. Because see if you're not going to move wrong again and lose the game.
But the surprising thing about it is that it's sometimes the infighting within the PMP that is saying that you're not hearing Labour coming out and saying, they are saying that you are saying that your leader is not good. They themselves are not saying that the leader is not good enough. You know, hear Labour come out and say, Mark, not good enough. It is the PMP, they are saying, they are saying, your party is saying he's not the good leader.
But is it true that PNP are saying that Mark is not doing well? Because when you have some people like, what's your name, Karen Cross and them kind of people who people are referred to them as PNP, them people are not a PNP, yo.
That's true,
Them people are not a PNP. So the people when them are referred to are people, and then you have also some group on social media that call themselves Comrade Network and them something. Them people are not PNP. Them people are paid labor right or labor right set up that to say PNP is divided, because the only chance the GLP looking at now, because them don't even have that chance there again, The only chance them are look at now is if them can tell people say PNP not united. And that is what they're hoping to try and use to win an election going forward. So them set up them page there, call themselves Comrade, pay some people where did PNP or did in the party, and tell themselves to talk out same way, and then people are say PNP not united. It's a fake, it's a hoax.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I never look on it that way, but when you say it just now, I look on Venetia Phillips.
Listen to DP a while ago. Listen how fast him start tell you say PNP I say Mark now do well, and PNP I say they know why you hear nothing from me. Because that are the narrative where them try push.
Yes.
It is the narrative, and I said to real PNP out there, ignore them thing there, ignore them site there. Because how can you say that you are Comrade News Network and everything you put up is against the People's National Party? You think people are idiot, man? A paid labor right them, man, or some labor right set up them thing there and have them out there.
Yeah, Shaka, but as I say, keep up the good work. And one of the things that I would say, we as comrades need to just remain focused
and get
tighter.
And get tighter and understand ourselves. We have to know wolf in a sheep clothing when we see them, Because right now, Jamaica is in dire straits. Dire straits. When you have a government who is trying to muzzle the people of the country, doing all kind of things to shut up those who are talking and who are showing people what is going on, you have to start be careful when the people become afraid of the leaders, and the leaders not afraid of the people anymore, because the people have the power. But what you have is a set of leaders who are trying to ensure that the people remain fearful of them.
Yeah, man. That's what I want to point out, that that is, and everybody are gonna like you. And the reality of the matter is, guess what? When you do a good job, just remain focused and do your good job.
Yeah, man.
And no matter what people are gonna say, because they might say, oh, I don't want to hear nothing from him, and I don't want to hear nothing from that person. Is that there's a reason they don't want to hear is because they know it's a solid information.
Exactly.
If they know so what
it's the truth.
Them are here is yes, they know what them are here, then could have counter it with us any logics and just look any local something them could have does. They would have want to hear it because they know they can overtake that argument. But they don't want to hear it because they know so it's true. They know so this is facts.
There's a
they
saying
that they want to hear that.
There's a saying that says truth sounds like hate to people who hate the truth. So them now gonna like you.
Yeah, man. Bless up yourself and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Blessings, my brother. One love. 804-7072. We still take your call. Mark is the most silent opposition we have ever seen. And Jamaica needs representation right now, not an opposition to be silent. Let me say something to you, Nadia. Mark is not silent. But a lot of people listen what they want to listen to. Mark speaks on almost everything. But also, the People's National Party, unlike what the GLP did when you had the gas riot, almost burned down Jamaica and destroyed it. We will not be destroying Jamaica to get it to rule. No, we're not. We're not going to mash up the country. We are going to speak intelligently, give good information, give ideas and suggestions, because at the end of the day, Jamaica is our country and we want to see the best. And that's why I sit here on a Saturday morning, and even this morning I was telling the government what to do about the crime, about the murder problem we have in Jamaica. Because we don't want to wait, we want the murder to cut down now. So if we can tell the GLP administration what to do and how to do it, we are going to tell them. So Mark is not silent. Mark speaks. But you also have to remember that him now get the amount of media that the Prime Minister get. Do you know that sometimes that silent leaders get good results? That happened to. That happened to. Talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Where
how are you doing?
Me there in night. I try teach. Me can't even beat this morning. Me have to just try teach. I try get some sense in our heads, you know?
Yeah, but you have to second class to be effective in our tutelage, you know, man.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to second class, brother. You understand, yeah?
Talk to me.
Because I know you vilify the EP, you know, because you call him out.
Yes, man. I mean,
so you have to entertain him because you call him out time comfort zone.
Right,
you know,
and that's why I give him a chance to speak, you know?
Yeah, man, them are all right to say what I say, especially when you call him out on your platform.
Yes.
So yeah, so you have to deal with that.
Yes.
You have to deal with that.
I like talk to him, but me don't want him disrespect nobody.
Yeah, but yeah, all right. Cool.
Talk to me now. Make a move.
No, yeah, because you see, a lot of time has been extended this morning, you know, when we could have capitalized on the opportunity to widen and broaden, the discussion,
But you know what, callers? There are some genuine people out there who have them kind of thinking they were DP, you know. And sometimes you have to search for the sheep that are gone astray.
Yeah, but the psychology, you know, is that if I can get you to pay attention for me and spend all the time for me, you know, then I would have achieved.
Because we don't uplift the objective. People upon the other things, then we can uplift them.
Yeah, man, I would have achieved my objective. So that's why I say, you have to settle the class, you know. You understand? And there are periods in the syllabus, yeah?
Talk to me.
So this is for that time, that is for that time. Yeah. So when we parochialize the discussion, then it stands to reason and support what I have just said, yeah?
Yeah.
So we have to generalize the thing. We're going to talk about a country and a people, you know, yeah? You know, it's not about some gangs or some parties and so on. Yeah, parties, these are some of the channels that are used in order to ascend to power. But we have to generalize the thing to look at the broad picture. Because, all right, I identify a couple of deceptive maneuverings, or deflective maneuverings that are occurring, yes. Right now in this space, because the space is very agile right now, you know, very agile and very competitive, and it's who has the most optics, and who has the better skills and ability to really twist the narrative one way or the other. They may have the media on their part, you know. They may have a better communication machinery. Yeah. They are better at advertising and optics, yeah. And they will gain serious ascendancy if we are not careful how to counter that, yeah. So what is being done now is to take the glare of the most pressing issues, yeah, and the manipulative, yeah, yes, insertions, yeah. All right, check this now. We are apprehended by the salary issue, you know.
Yes.
We are stranded by the salary issue, you know. Yeah, I know what to tell. That is something that we'd like to hold sway because there are more serious implications out there from actions that have been taken, yeah, by the Party of Jamaica.
Talk to me.
More serious implications, which is doing horrendous damage to our people, you know. That is being clouded, you know. All right, let's take the teacher's salary, yeah?
Yeah.
No. You can tell me that what is happening, the anomalies and irregularities, yeah, in respect of appropriating the people's salary. You want to tell me that it's not, if it's not deliberate, yeah? If it's not deliberate, yeah, it's an inability, yeah, and a dereliction.
Our incompetence.
Yeah, our incompetence, yeah, stronger word, yeah, of those who hold the shaft. You get what I'm saying to you?
Of course.
And I would want to think that it is deliberate. But if it is not deliberate, it is incompetence, yeah?
Talk to me.
If it's not deliberate, it is incompetence. I don't know how you can embark upon a reorganization, a restructuring program that is so confused. Yeah? And you're saying you're trying to eliminate confusion which preceded the current.
Yeah, that was one of the main objective of doing this, right?
Yeah, yeah. And you have created a worse condition because in the old structure, I have never known this quite confusion that where the people are experiencing now, the different groups are experiencing now.
Yes.
And if you just listen to the various bands, yeah, and the differentiation, you say, man, this is cluttering of a system. It must, when you have such special differentiation, yeah,
talk to me.
When you have this wide difference, in an organization that you're accountable to, you have to use the most simple approaches to resolve difficult issues, Yeah, man. You have to use an approach that makes the matter simple. You can simplify it because it's wide. Yeah? It's a big acre that you have to deal with. It's not a 1-2 agency you're dealing with,
Yeah.
You're dealing with thousands of people and hundreds of agencies.
Like I think Mr. Wilson said it last week, you'd have expected that if you're sorting out the thing, you'd have say, all right, teachers, nurses, police, fireman, the same band, one level. To simplify the thing, then you have teachers band them different from police band. It is.
You can have this variation, 16 levels and how many bands and them. It was meant to confuse. Yeah.
Is it also?
But I want to show you the confusion, because it's not. We don't want to ground us into trying to unravel, this puzzle here, Yeah. And so everybody have a little piece to say, and that is what they want. But let me show you a bigger picture. Let me show you the consequences of oppressing the teachers and confusing them and discouraging them. You tell me the consequences, and that is the matter at hand.
But the consequences
matter
is that
and is developing a service industry.
We're going to have more crime down the road.
Yeah, but it's to develop a service industry where we don't need a lot of educated people around here. You think the intention is to educate our people? The intention is to have our people at the bottom en masse so that we can always twist them and shove them and push them around. So let us damage the middle. The middle is not so interested anyway, Yeah, but let us further damage them. let us further discourage them. So when it comes, when the rubber meets the road, the bottom and the top will collide, will come together, and will give us the ascendancy. Will give us the ascendancy because the middle will be wiped out because they are not participatory. You get what I'm saying? Yes. So we have it pat down the bottom and now we pat out the top, you know. So we can always confuse the middle. So the middle will get distraught, yeah, disinterested. Yes. And so we'll always have the ascendancy, yeah. So the matter is calculated. These people are scientific and calculated. It's not just doing things willy-nilly, you know. Yeah?
So, and they are you are saying all game, this is deliberate to all
it
our
is
people.
Deliberate. It is philosophical. It is philosophical. Yeah? And I don't want nobody to look otherwise. I want you to examine the matter. Research it philosophically. Yeah? Research it culturally. Research it historically. And you will come up with these kind of findings.
Also, many of our people are sucked into this and believe this and fooled by this. Why?
Because people are not going to see through the topic that I am positive, you know. Nobody's going to look at that. What's about this man just attack this and that? Like, they are not going to look at the thing, yeah, through a microscope, you know. They are just going to take the narrative that has swayed over the years. This is a normal situation. It's just that resources are not available and people are migrating. Why the teachers are migrating? I heard yesterday, so my teacher said, you're not migrate to want to migrate. He's not migrate to want to migrate. But it is deliberate because how it is that the farm work in North America is going to thrive. Yeah? No, this is no joke business. You know. How is it that the hotel in sector in North America is going to strike? Because you see, the money that is being paid to these people who could never be paid to those who live there and who are citizens.
They're not taking it. They don't want that. They're not working for
that. They don't want it. So there will always be need for the labor force that is undereducated, uneducated. And so let us produce that here. We are the factory for producing, turning our people, yeah, into things so other people can benefit. So the more we erode that base, yeah, it's a better for us. We'll have always been the ascendancy. And there's no joke, you know, Shaka. There are serious scientific matters, you know, social scientific matters.
Because if you get our teachers distraught and upset.
Why? Yeah, so why you would have pinpoint the teachers them to do them that? Some people say about the doctors and the nurses. No, I'm not about education, which is the foundation. Yes, of our society.
Of the whole society. Yeah.
Why would I oppress the teachers? Why would I make them feel disconsolate, yeah, and disinterested, yeah? Why would I put them through this every month? Some of them not get paid, some of them get underpaid, some of them feel confused. Why would I put them? If I would have seen this as a priority area, yeah, to pay serious attention to, so we'll always have good outcomes, yeah, then we'll have paid the necessary attention to enable it to be so satisfied and gratified so that you will get the best out of them. They can't be there. It's not because they are being paid X, Y, that you're not getting the best. It's because of their state of mind.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Exactly.
It's a state of mind and the reality that they have to face in reconciling their income with their expenditure.
And so they are not comfortable.
Yeah,
they are not
their emotions are disturbed. Their psyche are disturbed.
On the work.
On the work at hand. Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
On belly.
Yeah, man. And remember, it's a sensitive area, you know, because a lot of the children coming before you are children who are hungry, you know, coming from background that can hardly afford anything, you know. So look at the complication, yeah, that thrives there. The teachers, the children are hungry. They're coming from broken families, yeah, yeah. Their social situation is just out of sorts. No, this is a very social scientific experience, you know,
so
that we have to pay particular psychological and emotional attention to, you know.
What is the way forward, Mystical?
The way forward is to, you see, people who know what it is to get the best result out of our people, you know, yeah? Mm-hmm. To invest in our people. You see, education right now should have been the biggest pillar, macroeconomic pillar in this country. Everything's standby and come after education.
Because
you see, we have a big deficit.
That is where also the long-term effect for the murders that we're having in Jamaica lies.
Yeah, man.
That is
right
where the
now,
solution is, for the long-term solution,
Brother, you have to stop Jamaica. The emergency, stop Jamaica, put Jamaica on pause and say, what education we're talking about? From the root to the fruit. You get what I'm saying?
Talk to me.
From the root to the fruit. And we have to appropriate in a very clear and equitable way. Because right now, the word equitable and equitability, and equitability, are not even quite understood, Yeah?
Yeah.
To be equitable, meaning that there ought to be, all right, equality then. Equality.
Yeah.
Meaning that there ought to be an equal quality of life being experienced by all of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Equity, equitability
and some
means equal stake.
Some people don't have a problem. Some people don't have a problem with the politician them taking 3/4 of the cake and sharing up quarter for everybody else.
No. Well, that not in the equitability portfolio, man. That not in the equitability portfolio. But right now, if we want to be a real third world society, I try to lift ourselves up out of the gutter, we have to make things real. Equitability has to be real.
Yeah, man.
And conscious and conscientious.
And
so, all right, to say 20%, everybody make the sacrifice. Everybody make the sacrifice, brother, because we want an egalitarian society. Everybody make the sacrifice. We can convince everybody to move with the sacrifice. Yeah?
Including the politicians, let's say that.
Yeah?
No, I'm saying including the political leaders, let's say.
Yeah, man, right from the bottom to the top, from the root to the fruit. You get what I'm saying to you?
You're giving teachers and police and nurses between
right across
20
the board.
and 30% increase over what? 3 years or 4 years? Why you all take 300%?
Yeah, man, this is not a private enterprise, brother.
But before we go, may I ask you though, the Prime Minister said I'm not taking fee. What do you think?
Well, I don't know if that's possible, man. I'm subject to advice.
You heard the lawyer this morning.
I heard Bert, and I have to agree because, all right, so anything that comes out of cabinet, the executive, right?
Yeah.
I would have thought that is not something that is Iram Scare married labor.
Cannot be.
I would have thought that, it's governed by statutes.
Yes.
Yeah? And what comes out of it is binding.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be?
Yes.
Would it be? If the executive say, okay, unless it is challenged, yeah? And we get an outcome, that is possible because some outcomes are not possible. You get what I'm saying?
So what the finance minister is saying, that the Prime Minister is moving Prime Minister's increase from the negotiation.
No. As Bert really said, boy, this is not a monarchy, yeah?
It's not
this is not a monarchy. This is not run by edict. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's run by a system of law and it's done by Parliament. So the point I'm making here is that I don't know that can happen. I work with a company, you work with a company, and they have decided that this is going to be the pay, and it comes out of a collective bargaining experience. I don't know if this comes out of any collective bargaining experience.
Well, the Minister of Information said there was no negotiation.
No negotiation. So it was driven by cabinet, and if it's driven by cabinet, it becomes statutory. It becomes statutory.
And the Prime Minister is the chairman of cabinet.
Yeah, but if they come down to that, that means the boy edict run by, so him can do that and do that. So if that argument is going to hold.
But Mr. Walking away from the cabinet with a decision like that, after you lead that decision, how does that look as a team leader?
No, for me it's optics, and we have to do the judgment call, because. All right, so when I put it in your account, you can do anything. No, but if I legislate something, you have to. No. Me don't know how that all go. All right, put nice escrow, then put it somewhere, establish some portfolio to put it, because I can't reject anything that is mine. Yeah, I can't reject anything that has come to me through a legislative process. I can't reject that.
Yeah.
I can ignore it. I can ignore it. And anytime I feel me come back to my senses, because the leader of the party talk about schizophrenia. You get what I'm saying?
Oh?
I may come back. Yeah. that we are treat the politician in a schizophrenic way. You know what I mean? So he may come back to his original position, original sense, and say, okay, I have said that at that time, but I mean, no harm is something now. And when you want me something now,
was the country being sabotaged by our present leaders based on the argument deposited by the Prime Minister that we get what we pay for, and them are going to show more commitment now?
Oh, the man is right. Hey, I don't know how to interpret things. I understand things. The Prime Minister, the leader of the party, our Prime Minister by your standard, is right. The man is right. You get what you pay for. No. Oh, you can give a different view from that, what the Prime Minister gave. Remember, he's incumbent, you know. He and his 63 people are incumbent, you know. You get what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
And if the man say, you get what you pay for, then who it is reflecting on?
Me.
Not them.
Me.
So how you can come say, no, we want to, qualify the parliament, with by recruiting or attracting people, of our height. You know, see what the man do? The man abuse himself, man abuse everybody in that time. So all I done.
If you give that argument,
so
hold on.
That wanna get. Wanna vote feet, I wanna pay feet.
But if you give that argument, then how do you give the raise to people like a Carl Samud who are retiring?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't understand.
Arthur Shaw, who him left out of the cabinet now.
Yeah.
Mike Henry, who is in the departure lounge.
Yeah, so whether now or next week or whether you have PhD, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. Because it's not the degree or the absence of the degree. You know? How? It's not the degree or the absence of the degree. It's the worth of the work.
Yes.
And there's no work to have a worth. So
right now.
Right now. I want you to tell me this, Colin, right? Tell me this,
Talk to me.
You may have a little escape route when you look at the ministers, yeah?
Yeah.
You may have an escape route because you may say it's a ministry, and the ministry is composed of X, Y, and Z, you know? And these are the attendant responsibilities and so forth and so on. So you may have a little route of escape. Now, when it comes down to the MPs, right? Mm-hmm. You may have a little escape route by saying, okay, they are legislators and they come every Tuesdays or whatever, one day, you know, and some committee meetings and so on, and that is the fullness of their responsibility. What else? No, this is not a joke question. Tell me what else. What else? I may know, you know, and I can develop a thing, you know, I can prescribe, rightly so. I can prescribe.
But what are the present crop doing, really? That's it.
That's it. Just walk up and down, drive up and down, and go look on a bridge and road, and can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
And if the current system prevails, you will get the same result over. You cannot develop a job description where there's no work or there's no job to describe. You cannot.
And that is why you say mystical. Hold on. And that is why I think it is vital for a people to question those who are coming in to be your member of parliament and your councillor about what it is you're bringing to the table. Because if you don't carefully have people who just come and go and come and go and nothing change.
The point I am making. So it must be deliberate. Yeah.
And that's why you're on a Saturday morning,
I
talk about leaders and managers.
Yeah, but as a system, you can't blame the politician because the system will then benefit from it and then just keep it going and going. But them dishonest because if them see that the system is weak and flawed and irrelevant, them must know. Well, if them not do that, yeah, all right. Well, let us look at the reasoning. If them come and say, boy, it stay away and we get paid, no man, make us do something about it to change it. Then you could understand that them will work for them feet.
And that's why
them continue to work in the same old system which provide no accountability profile. Yeah,
and demand no result.
And no result. So we just keep it going and going.
Makes no demand on them.
Exactly. And watch this now. I propose once, I even asked Iman, Mr. Listen to me, because the vision I am putting forward to practicalize, and realize, the usefulness of government and governance, is this. All right, so we have 63 constituencies, right? And we have how many divisions. It is what it is, right? Now, you tell me that the populace or the electorate would have elected me as their representative, right? And I have to walk behind your little man there to beg him a road, and to beg him a bridge, and to beg him a bushing, and to beg him little water. I don't need to walk behind nobody to beg them nothing. It must be automatic. So I must have a portfolio of funds available to my constituent. Not that I am going to operate it, but the system must be in place. So if we have $100, we split it up and apportion it to the different constituents. Some are bigger and some are more demanding. So let us have a rational distribution. So you are saying that we need to improve upon the CDF fund brought in place by Bruce Golding? Yeah, but CDF fund is an indicator of where we should be going. Yes. But it's not sufficient, because that is just patronage, and charity and philanthropy, and no country can progress under that. It's under mendicancy program. You get what I'm saying? It must be productive.
$20 million a year.
No, man, that is insufficient. So I would have said
that is what they need to increase.
Yeah. But I would have said to Ayman a couple months ago, do you think, it's a question I have, do you think that $63 billion could be found here to apportion to the 63 constituencies? And so right now, according to how it look, it can. But them are not sure if it can happen.
Yeah,
because them can find over $100 billion and can thief over $200 billion. It can happen. You get what I'm saying?
It can happen.
What are the sacrifices that we are prepared to pay to uplift our people? Yeah, how important our people are? How important are the poor and underserved are? Yeah, to the politicians. They don't feel bad. So every year, some people are run behind them, uneducated, undereducated, not live nowhere. Yeah, don't have no job. They not feel nowhere. When opportunities are bound for the transformation of this country,
and some people have it locked down.
If we want to be relevant, anybody else have to run this country, brother. Education have to do it. Education.
Yeah, we have to invest heavily. In education.
If we have to invest everything what we have. Yeah, it can't be. We are investing in a
but mystical.
In a tourism and all them things at the expense of our people.
Earlier, mystical. Some people don't want our people to be bright. Because if our people are bright, then them can't spin them around like gig.
Brother,
and tell them
this
all kind
thing
of
is scientific, man. And I'm not stopping. This thing is scientific, Look at the industries that are being promoted to absorb our people. Look, you don't need no education, one like a 6-week training. You don't even need a proper skill set. Yeah? Look how we need how many
what I am saying
plumbers
to my
we
people,
need.
Mystical, what I'm saying to the people of Jamaica is that we are going to develop the creative industry. We are going to invest heavily in education. We must. We're going to invest heavily in agriculture to develop a proper food security in this country. My brethren, the morning has been long spent here, sir.
Yeah, because, utilize the whole time and talk about the things and talk about things. So,
let them dry it well.
Blessed, man.
All right, my boy.
Take it easy. Good.
One love. Hey, it's a pleasure, my people. Not a Saturday morning. Yeah, extra half hour this morning because we take up a whole heap of time with DP. But sometimes we try to save the last sheep, Yeah. And a lot of people have some things are gobbled down. And we want to say to them that open your eyes. Pray. Ask for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because some people are telling us some things straight in our face, But when I get the main point, we listen to fluff and lose the main point. Time come.
VX.
May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace, now and forevermore. Until we meet again next week, Saturday morning. One Love, Portland Spice TV, Boston Jerk Festival, Sunday, July 9, BEENIE Man, Kukudu, Lost, Fab 5. More artists coming.
Yeah. Me I tell you about rainy days, stormy nights. I fi be a soldier, me I live the army life. Me see the warning pon the grave, me strong like a devil nice. And them I ease the pain, the journey and the light. Me I fight with crazy tears, I run out of me eyes. I fi find a way in the dark without a light. Mount of obstacles, my brother, mount of sacrifice. Sometimes I feel fin yam them food and then me lose me appetite. And now every time I fight fire with fire. Never surrender, but sometimes me use prayers. Still have to walk all when me feel. Feel tired, them would have feel better if me did not keep quiet. But me know about rainy days, stormy nights. I fi be a soldier, me I live the army life. Me see the warning pon the craving.